Hey, third grade. Today we are going to compare unit fractions with different size models representing the whole. Think about this question for a moment. Is 1 the same as 1? Obviously, most of us are thinking yes. However, what if I pose it as, is 1 liter of soda the same as 1 can of soda? How many and how much are important to our question. In this case, what each thing is changes it too. Because a liter is larger, it has more soda than a can of soda. If the thing is larger, then it has more. If what it is and how much it is are different, then 1 and 1 aren't exactly the same. In this case, 1 is not the same as 1. You are probably thinking now that as you compare 1 and 1, you need to know about the size of each one and how much is in it in order to compare if they are same. These two aren't the same because the liter is larger than the can. 1 liter of soda is not the same as 1 can. We need to know how much is in it and what it is. The same is true for fractions, and that is what we are going to focus on today. So let's look at this next problem. For breakfast this morning, my brother and I each had a glass of juice. What fraction of my glass has juice? Yes, 1/4. 1 out of 4 is shaded. What fraction of my brother's glass has juice? 1/2. When the wholes are the same, 1/2 is greater than 1/4. Does this picture prove that? It does not, because the glasses we have are different sizes. This glass, my glass, is larger than my brother's glass. We can't really compare. We have to consider the size of the whole when we compare fractions. Let's look at this picture. Does this picture prove that 1/6 is less than 1/3? Yes, it does, because the shapes are the same size. This whole is the same size as this whole, and I can clearly see that 1/3 is greater than 1/6. Always remember this. The bigger the denominator, the smaller the fraction. Again, the bigger the denominator or bottom number, the smaller the fraction or picture. 6 is bigger than 3, but 1/6 is a smaller picture than 1/3. The bigger the denominator or bottom number, the smaller the fraction. The smaller the denominator, the fraction is larger. Look at these two examples right here. I can clearly see they're both circles. This is clearly 1/4. This picture represents 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1/12. I would like to say that 1/12 is larger than 1/4, but look at my pictures. 1/12 is clearly smaller than 1/4. That goes with the rule. The larger the denominator or bottom number, the smaller the fraction piece. The smaller the denominator or bottom number, the larger the fraction piece. This is opposite of everything we know. Keep that rule in mind when we work with fractions. It's very important. Let's move on to the problem set. Let's read and annotate the directions. It states, label the unit fraction. In each blank, draw and label the same whole with a shaded unit fraction that makes the sentence true. There is more than one correct way to make the sentence true. So in this case, I have to label the unit fraction, draw and label the same whole with a shaded unit fraction. So look at our sample. The unit fraction here is 1/4. It reads 1/4 is less than, so you have to make this sentence true. In this case, they drew 1/2. 1/4 is less than 1/2. They drew the same unit fraction, but this time they broke it into halves. And I can see that 1/4 is smaller than my 1/2 based on the amount that's shaded. In this case, it will be helpful to remember the rule, the larger the denominator, the smaller the fraction. Let's look at number 1. The unit fraction here is 1/3. And remember, it's a unit fraction because the numerator is 1. Let's read the sentence now. 1/3 is greater than, I'm going to draw the same whole and create a shaded unit fraction. So here's the same whole, and I'm going to create a unit fraction that will make this sentence true. So I'm going to, in this case, I'm going to choose 1/4. Because if I break this up into fourths and I shade 1/4, 1/4 takes up less amount of room in my picture than 1/3 does. 1/3 is greater than 1/4. In this case, just remember, the smaller the denominator, the greater the fraction. The larger denominator is a smaller fraction. Keep that in mind. I'm going to have you complete number 3 on this page. You're then going to complete number 5 and number 8 on the second page of the problem set. When you're ready, you can go ahead and hit pause to complete these 3 problems. Once they've completed, resume playing and check your answers with mine. I will be around to work one-on-one with you and check your answers. Go ahead and pause. Check your answers with mine. For number 3, I picked 1/10 is greater than the fraction 1/12. I know that 1/10 will be greater because 10 is a smaller denominator, which makes it a larger fraction. Your answers on this page might be different than mine, and that's okay, as long as they make sense. In number 5, I picked 1/4 because that matches the sentence 1/4 is greater than 1/8. I picked a denominator that was smaller than 8. The smaller the denominator, the larger the fraction. Since 4 is smaller than 8, 1/4 is going to be greater than 1/8. Down below, again, you might have a different answer than me, but I picked 1/2. 1/4 is less than the fraction 1/2. I can clearly see that 1/4 is smaller than 1/2. 4 is larger than 2, so that when 4 is my denominator, it's going to be a smaller fraction than 1/2. And over to the right, 1/2 is greater than 1/4. Again, since 2 is my denominator, 1/2, 2 is smaller than 4, so the smaller the denominator, the greater than the fraction. If you're not sure if your answers are right, raise your hand and call me over if I haven't already conferenced with you. Good job, guys. Today you compared unit fractions with different size models representing the whole. Go ahead and look at the board for your next step.